Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here at businesswithtrading.com, doing a market recap for the 23rd of last week. It was an interesting day, and what made it so interesting, you can see the bottom here, we had 4 no fills. We were 5 for 1 overall, but we had 4 no fills. So 6 trades, 4 no fills. And I wanted to talk about no fills a little bit because it is a little discouraging, especially for new traders, but for anybody who trades at all, it's discouraging. So our first trade of the day, right over here at 9:32, I tried to get long at 43.26 half, and it traded down to 43.2675. So it was one tick away, 2 ticks away from actually entering me because it has to go through my order to enter me. So that was a no fill right off the bat. Didn't get filled. Market went in my favor, even though I wasn't in the trade. It went in the trade's favor, which is good. I would rather have a no fill and it go in my favor than not, price coming down and I just pull the order and then it just, comes down and goes through. If it just like comes down, it's just terrible. But no fills are okay. You have to be okay with them in trading, and that's what this video is about. It's going to be a little bit long probably of a video. So I watched price kind of chop around, and I decided I wanted to be long, and I threw in a long down here at 43.18. I'm sorry, 43.16 half. Right in here, 43.16 half, and you can see price did come down and just take me out. And then it went up a little bit, and then it just started coming down. Well, once I got stopped out there, I decided I kind of want to, still kind of want to be long, but I'm going to watch the markets and see what happens. And you can see here it just totally rejected and started working its way lower. And that's when I decided, okay, let's get short. Actually, I did get short right up here. Excuse me. Price did come down. I did get stopped out here. When it came back up, I saw that it didn't really support the area that I thought was going to support. And when it did come back up, I did get short at 43.18 half. So down here at 43.18 half, it came up to actually, yeah, I got short right here. It did come down, took partial, and then I got stopped out on the remainder, and then it ended up going down from there. So that's interesting. So we got a no fill there. Over here, I took profit quick because that's my trading strategy. I always take a partial, and then once I take that partial, I move my stop a little bit above break even, and that's what happened here. So that was interesting. Then price started to work its way lower. As it did that, I started looking for another short, and right here I got another no fill. I was trying to short it at 43.11, and you can see it came up to 43.1075. So 2 ticks away from getting filled again, and then it started to work its way lower. And then as it came up here, I tried to short again at 43.04, and you can see price came up to 43.03 half. So again, not that far from my entry, so 3 ticks on that one, and then it started to move lower. So like, okay, that's interesting. See what else happens. So it did support here. It did not make a new low. However, the trade's kind of done. So it came up here, came down, kind of chopped around a little bit, and I decided, okay, well, I'm going to throw in a short. When price was chopping around here, I'm going to throw in a short of 43.06. So that's what I did. And obviously that did not get filled, and price started to work its way even lower. So sometimes that happens, and we do have to be okay with that. So far, that is 4 no fills. And we are, or I am, slightly negative on the day. 4 no fills. Price has moved very good. At this point, you could get a little aggravated, and if you did get aggravated, then you would start to probably trade erratically, and you would be even more negative than I am right now. So let's say you traded every single thing I did here, and then you just started to get aggravated. Then that's when you usually go on tilt, which is a poker term, just you are crazy and you're not thinking rationally, and then you can start to get a little bit crazy. And that's what this video is about. I wanted to show, everyone has these issues. Everybody. We just deal with them differently. I've been trading for over 20 years. I can take things as they are and then just move on to the next. This trade's done, on to the next. Not everybody can do that, and that's why I do have training programs. I try to answer emails if people have questions. Whether you're a member or not, if you have a question, I want to be at least helpful. Give you some advice and help you out, because that's what I do. I trade for a living. That's what I do. The website, I want to keep that going, but it's not difficult to keep a website going. What I would rather do is help other people become traders. If that's what you want to be, because I was once there. I once wanted to be a trader and I was terrible at it. And I would let a day like this affect me, affect my whole week, and sometimes my whole month. Just one day, which is crazy. But that's what I did. So that's what this video is about. How not to go crazy, and that is really the way, is one trade down, on to the next trade. Every trade's going to be different. Just like in basketball, if you see, one person makes one shot and then they make another shot and they make another shot, they're like, oh man, he's on fire. And statistically speaking, you have the same probability every single shot. It doesn't go up just because you're making more shots. But if you're in the zone, you're able to harness every single skill that you've developed for that. And that's what trading is too. If you are really focused, really attentive, you're able to harness all of the skills that you've built for trading. If you're not thinking rationally, if you're a little on tilt, you're not going to be able to harness all of those skills, and a lot of times you'll grab the skills but you'll use them in a wrong way. That's kind of how your brain works. So anyway, let's get back to what I did in the market. So at 10:29 I got short at 42.89, which is right here. So you can see I took a little bit of heat, not that much. Then it started to work in my favor. I took partial and then I exited the rest. As it came down, I moved my stop down and I got taken out at 42.85. So this put me in profit for the day, this trade here. As it came up, I watched things and I got short right here at 10:32. I shorted at, same price, ironically, 42.89, and I took my partial, and then I got stopped out with one tick profit on the remainder. And then I watched things a little bit. Price came up here, it came down. I decided, okay, well, I'm going to throw in a short right up here, and I got short at. I'm sorry, I didn't get short. I got long. As price came up, it kind of, on this bar here, it kind of took out some levels. And in watching that, I knew that I kind of wanted to be long, and as price started to, it came up here, I knew I wanted to be long, so I was like, yeah, I kind of want to be long. And then when it did this, I knew I wanted to be long. As it came back down, I did get long at 10:41, 42.88, which was right here, 42.88. And then price did go in my favor. As it took out 89s, I moved my stop up in anticipation. I was like, this is either going to go or not. So I did get stopped out with 1 tick in profit. I didn't hit my partial. Sometimes that happens, and it is what it is. It's better to take 1 tick than to lose 2 points. 1 point per 2 points per contract. The next trade, I was, watched it. It was chopping around a little bit. As it came down here, I got long at 42.88 half, which is up here actually. And I got long, price. No, I didn't. All right, I'm confused. I got short. Excuse me. Apologies. So price did come up. I got short at 88 half because even though I did get a little profit, it came down a little bit further than what I was comfortable with. It broke some levels. This level here, I was looking at really holding. It didn't. When it broke that, I decided I wanted to be short and I wanted to be aggressive, and that's when I got short up here at 42.88 half. I ended up taking partial, and then as it came down here, I moved my stop to 86, and I did get stopped out on the remainder. You can see price eventually it did sell off a little bit more, but I'm happy on the day. I had 11.5 points, $575 gross. I was 5 for 1, but I had 4 no fills, and I wanted to do a video about this day. I just didn't really have a lot of time during the week, so I'm recording it now. Hopefully you do get something out of this. Hopefully it makes sense and you understand. My first trade of the day was a no fill, and from like brain science, I was trying to think of the optimal term. It doesn't matter, terms, but in your brain, the trading brain, for like new novice traders, if you've been trading for 10 years and you haven't worked on your brain, then this is going to affect you. And statistically, from an unconscious point of view, traders dislike not getting filled more than taking a loss. So let's say I got long up here and I took this loss rather than not getting filled here, this loss would have at least given certainty. This no fill, you didn't get filled, there's no certainty there. And that is why, statistically, from an unconscious perspective, that is what people like better. Consciously, you'll say that you'd rather have a no fill than a stop. And that is one reason why traders are it's so difficult to become a professional trader. And I relate a professional trader as somebody who trades their own money or someone else's own money, and they can do it consistently profitable and they can make a living doing that. I don't care if you work for yourself, you work for someone else. That is how I define a professional trader. And until you work on your mindset, you're not going to get there. It's like, how do you be the top 5% in the NBA or the NFL or the NHL or in tennis or golf? It's mindset. Mindset takes you to the top 5%. The same way with trading. How do you get to the top 5%? Mindset. A lot of people like to focus on strategies and different things like that. And I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm not here to sell my strategy. I'm here to try to make an impact, try to at least help a little bit. So hopefully that did make sense. You did get something out of it. Hopefully you did watch till the end, because I think that's the best information. And if I was a new trader, I would want someone to tell me that. So anyway, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching the video. Throw a like, throw a dislike. If you like it or don't like it, at least there's some feedback. So with that, have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you around the markets. Thanks and take care.